So there's a lot of resources out there that tell you what to write in your resume, but none of them exactly discuss how to write it. So I'm going to show you how, literally taking your resume line by line. And while we're at it, I'm going to show you how to do it well so that your resume can kick some butt. And by the end of this video, your education section on your resume could look something like this or something like this. So I'm Professor Job Offer, and I've spent the last 10 years with a number of Forbes Global 2000 companies. And today I want to share with you how to write the education section on your resume line by line. Let's start with the very basic information. In the very first line, you're going to be writing your degree, so the Bachelor of something or the Master of something, followed by your major and the date. So if you have already graduated, you're going to have your degree, the Bachelor of Science, major in mechanical engineering, followed by the date. Of course, the first two elements are left aligned and your date is right aligned, and you're always going to have the month and the year. So the starting month and the year followed by the ending month and the year. But if you are expecting graduation, so if you're still in your third or fourth year of studies, you're going to have the exact same thing on the left-hand side, but on the right-hand side, in front of the graduation date, you're going to indicate that you're expecting graduation by saying exp dot or by writing out the expecting graduation date. So I'm saying within the next 12 months, if you're graduating soon, then definitely use the second method. The third option here is if you're not graduating soon, you're still in your second or third year, or you're just applying for summer jobs and internships, then under the date you want to indicate present to say you're currently in school. The next line under the basic information includes your college, university, school, and the location. And you might be thinking the school, college, and university are all the same thing. However, let me show you the structure of the university. So you have your main university or college, and under a university or college, you have a number of colleges and schools underneath it that focus on different fields. For example, you would have the College of Liberal Arts, and you have the College of Business Administration or the engineering. So this is what you're going to list. On the second line, this particular person who studied mechanical engineering, they probably attended the College of Engineering at the University of Texas, followed by location. The reason why we indicate location is to, just in case your university has multiple campuses, it's to indicate where your university is located. For the person studying communications and linguistics as a double major, that's how you would indicate it with italics and underline. They're in the School of Liberal Arts at the Fordham University, New York. So that's the basic information. And you have your GPA and the scholarships. I do understand that not everyone has an amazing GPA, so if you need some help with your GPA, I show you how to make a 2.7 into a 3.2 with a bit of manipulation of data without lying or cheating in my 3 tricks to make your GPA look better video. So be sure to check that out. And once you have your GPA, you're going to list your GPA in the manner where your decimal places match. So what I mean by that is if you're going to list it to 2 decimal places and say 3.34, so the 2 decimal places, you're going to write it as 4.00 to show that it's out of 2 decimal places as well. It just looks much cleaner and easier to follow. And you're going and immediately following that, you're going to write your total amount in awards and scholarships that you received. For the engineering student, it was about $15,000. And for the communication and linguistics student, it was about $7,000 in scholarships, followed by the GPA of 3.26. Okay. And in the next line, you're going to list your awards and scholarships. So making a list of what you received. There's just one tip here. You want to list them in the reverse chronological order. This means the most recent award or scholarship goes first. So let's take a look at the engineering student. And their most recent award was College of Engineering Achievement Award, followed by Undergraduate Mentorship Award in the same year, and to their oldest award or scholarship, which was the University of Texas Entrance Scholarship in 2018. And for the linguistics, for the double major student, their most recent award was a 3rd place finish at the Department of Liberal Arts speech competition, all the way down to their entrance scholarship. And we're putting the little dates behind each one, so it's making it easier for the reader to follow. Once you have your awards and scholarships, we want to list related courses. There's a couple tips here. So you want to list the courses that are most relevant to the job you're applying for, okay? Because you would have taken 30 to 40 courses, and we're not going to list all of them, and nobody wants to know every single course you took. You just want to list the key courses that are relevant to the job you're applying for. At the same time, you want to demonstrate some diversity. So aside from the relevant courses to the job, you're also going to show some diversity by adding other courses that you might have taken, like electives and options. And lastly, you want to list them in the alphabetical order. Let's take a look at an example. For the engineering student, they started with applied math and applied physics to calculus and all the way down to their mechanical engineering and software engineering courses. And do note here that this individual has highlighted their economics course in micro and macroeconomics to add a bit of diversity outside of the engineering courses. And for the double major linguistics and communication student, they started with academic and creative writing all the way down to philosophy and tracing the root. Okay. And the last section under the education heading would be your activities and activities and projects, excuse me. This includes all your student clubs, internships, teaching assistants, and any kind of activities that happened outside of your school or even within the school as well. And for this one, you want to list them in the reverse chronological order or in the list of importance. So let's take a look at a couple examples. For the engineering student, this individual was in an internship from 2020 to 2021 and was a mentor as well and participated in a few clubs following reverse chronological order. For the person in the linguistics and communications major, they highlighted their volunteer experience for the local youth, followed by the Toastmasters at their university, and they're also indicating that they're expecting to go on an international exchange to England next year. Okay, the final step is to put everything together. So starting with the very basic information, you have your degree, major, followed by the date. Remember, you have to highlight your date properly depending on what situation you're in, followed by your school and the university. And we're going to have your GPA, so make sure your decimal places match, followed by your total amount in scholarships and awards. And now you're going to list your awards and scholarships in reverse chronological order, okay, from starting with the most recent to the oldest. And you're going to list your courses that might be related. So any kind of relevant courses and the diversity that you want to show in an alphabetical order, and your activities to finish off, starting also in the reverse chronological order with the most recent one to the oldest experience. And for the other student, it would look something like this. And there are some other resources available. If you're looking to highlight your McDonald's experience on your resume, line by line, just like I did in this video, so that your McDonald's experience actually looks something like this on your resume, be sure to check out my video on highlighting McDonald's experience on your resume. I'm Professor Job Offer, and I'm here to share my tips on how to get you closer to your next job offer. Thanks for watching.